Heat Nation, let's hear it. Nuggets Nation, maybe next time. What up, people? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode live here with us. Just getting into that second game of the NBA Finals. Heat win it 111-108. Obviously, you know how I'm feeling right now. Got my Heat hat on. Always representing. Heat Nation, stand up. How we feeling? Q, how you feeling, man?
The last 10 minutes of that game, bro. But I'm gonna let you have the floor, man. Give us your reaction to the game, man.
My immediate reaction to the game is overall I'm pleased with our effort. I felt like we did a much better job on defense. Jokic obviously torched us for 41, but kind of went into the game plan of either you're going to have Jokic scoring or you're going to have him making plays, scoring and passing and making big contributions to the game. And I think that we took the right route by limiting the other guys. I think Jamal Murray kind of got it going. He had some timely shots late in the fourth and throughout the game, but kind of minimized his ability for the most part. Other guys weren't able to really get into a rhythm, which was good. Aaron Gordon didn't get those easy inside baskets, even though we had some slips in the pick and roll. But overall, I'm pleased with our defensive effort. I think that I'm really happy with how Bam approached this game. Obviously, Gabe Vincent went off for 23. Big boost. Duncan Robinson making timely baskets, which is good. Really, I knew that our guys were going to be fine on the offensive end, but I'm really happy with the adjustments made on defense. And that brings to the next point that we're going to have to adjust again, because obviously these Nuggets are very well coached. They're great players, and they're going to make an adjustment to their game. So going forward, I'm looking forward to seeing our defensive adjustment as well. But that was my biggest thing, seeing us active hands, rotating the shooters, being able to work the zone that at least no one else could score as much as Jokic. So overall, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, I wonder if the coaches watched our post-game analysis, man. For real, literally everything we talked about happened in this game. The adjustments we talked about for the Heat, that happened. We talked about, I know we brought up Kevin Love.
Yep.
We saw him. He made a good impact. I know I literally brought that up and suggested bringing out a Caleb Martin or Gabe Vincent off the bench, and we saw that too. Yep. That exactly happened, and we talked about letting Jokic get his and disrupt everyone else, and that happened again too. So that's what's up. Shout out to Swish Masters Podcast, man.
Shout out to the Swish Masters Podcast. We're giving out game, man.
For real. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. If you go back and listen to our previous podcast, that's exactly what happened in this game. Jokic, still amazing, still balling. 41 points, 11 rebounds, but only 4 assists. Only 4 assists. And I believe the record is reflects that too. When Jokic just 10 plus assists, that record is over 60%, something like that. So but when he has nights like this, they tend to lose. So that is definitely the game plan. And then the zone. They wait to utilize the zone to the fourth quarter. Which is another adjustment. I figured they may go to the zone earlier in the game. But we see it here. And with the inclusion of Kevin Love in the starting lineup, that allows Jimmy Butler to guard Jamal Murray. And of course, he only had 18 points. Especially in the first half, man to man, for the most part, Jimmy was doing a good job slowing him down. Of course, you saw Murray make some big time shots towards the end of the game, but that's what Murray's going to do. but it wasn't enough. It was not enough at all. I question if Aaron Gordon can get you the same production. He didn't tonight. Also, Michael Porter, same thing. Only 5 points tonight. That can't happen. Shout out to Bruce Brown for showing up. Shout out to Chris Brown. Sorry, he pronounced Brown, but it's spelled Braun. But it's Brown. Shout out to him too. He made some impact plays early in the game, but it just wasn't enough. And on the Heat side, Max Strus did some good shots. Like, he kept him in. Yeah, especially in the first quarter, man. Hitting some nice threes, man. Gabe Vincent, still that same consistent score. And Bam had a really efficient night tonight. 21 points on 14 shots. And again, with this Heat team, what impresses me is really not about just one superstar playing like at a superstar level. Don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler played good, but this is not playoff Jimmy game to me. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's not really that exploding, crazy 30, 40, 50 type Jimmy. But it's the Jimmy that we needed tonight, at least, to get into the flow of the team offense. That's what was really big in comparison to just one guy taking over. And obviously, we know he's capable of that. But I think Jimmy, as he said before many times, he trusts his teammates and he trusts Spo, trusts the flow of the game, the scheme, and what they're trying to do, which was obviously get the shooters going. And he still, whether he was making a play for somebody else or he's getting the basket, was able to make the right play. And I think that's really like one of his most underrated abilities, even though we obviously know that he can go for 30 and 40 and just put the team on his back. He's the superstar that I think more than like 9 times out of 10, he's going to make the right play, whether that's for himself or for somebody else. So yeah, he didn't score. I think he had 21 and 9. But overall, his production was good because it worked for what the team was doing. So I'm happy with that. I'm really, really happy for Bam to be performing the way he is. Obviously, he has a big assignment in Jokic, and I think even though Jokic had 41 tonight, it played into the scheme of things, and he's doing a good job of just making him work for it. And he's talented, so Jokic is doing his thing, but Bam on the other side is coming back and being a threat, being aggressive, and being that other playmaker. So when he's got it going, scoring, and he's making plays with these guys, I'm very confident in what they can do.
Yeah. Gabe Vincent gave you 23. That's crazy, man. Shout out to Gabe Vincent. Other person we didn't mention yet was Duncan Robinson. Great stretch in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
8-0 run by himself.
Miami runs on Duncan. Robinson, for real.
Yeah.
I got to shout out Duncan too, because even I've been like critical of his game at times in the past few seasons. With obviously we know he can shoot, we know he's a catch and shoot threat at all times, but being able to put it on the floor, being able to make the pocket pass, being able to make a lob pass to Bam in the pick and roll, he's really improved on that. And he's finishing at the rim, and he's just confident. That's the main thing that comes with this team. These guys are so confident. A lot of undrafted talent, a lot of guys that have been written off so hearsay or whatever, and guys that just want to prove themselves. And Duncan is really exhibiting his growth, his skills, and I appreciate him for being ready to go in that fourth. There was a big scoring burst from him in those few minutes. So shout out to Duncan.
Another game changer for this game was the free throws. The disparity wasn't as like egregious this game. Miami Heat shot 20 free throws tonight, and Nuggets shot 22. But shout out to the Heat for actually making those free throws, 90%.
got to get the free ones.
Got to.
You don't
got
get
to.
these opportunities that often. You got to cash in on them. So,
Right.
big time.
Not only that, but like closing out the defensive possession by getting the defensive rebound. Like the rebounding battle was pretty much even for the most part. Although the Nuggets had more. For example, they had 38 total to Miami Heat's 31. But that's in the ballpark. You know, you don't want to just be overpowered by the Bulls, right? So
For sure.
Miami did Miami things, man. But this team you don't know who will show up. In this game, it was Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson gave you that huge stretch, and Kyle Lowry also had some just like tough shots.
Yeah.
And when you have a player in Jimmy Butler that can show up and make those good decisions and big shots in the fourth quarter like you need it, that's what you need, man. That's the recipe you need to win here. And again, Bam can keep playing like this. I might have to consider changing my my prediction here. But I'm still rolling with it though. I'm still saying Nuggets in 5, although now the Heat do have home court advantage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's good.
Hey, I respect your decision on choosing Denver, but I'm not gonna be mad if you switch over. I'm not gonna be mad at that at all. Yeah. But yeah, Bam has been very much a great leader in these first 2 games for sure, and I'm happy with the result because of getting at least one on the road is what you want, especially going back home. So it's a nice little momentum shift for sure.
Yes,
and South Beach is gonna be so fire, so fire on this Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that one.